Hello everyone, welcome to Pandas course. So today we'll be moving towards the world of your data structure where we'll be moving towards to know about that how the data structure will be worked with the two things. The main two things is first one is your series and a data frame. The combination of these things we called as a data structure. So whenever we talk about data, we should understand what do you mean by your data and then what do you mean by information, because this is two things the most of the people will be giving you the wrong answer. So suppose someone asks me what do you mean by data, they'll give always a combination of information. So if you got this answer, the combination of information, this is just the wrong answer. And the information, when they ask what do you mean by information, will get that the combination of data is nothing but the information. Yeah, this is correct. The combination of data is information, but which doesn't mean that it is a vice versa. It's not a vice versa. So I just give you one with the example. Suppose I put a things here, it's 25. So, and the another line I put that I am a 25 years old girl. So when I ask the two things, which one is data, which one is information, they will always give the first one will be the data and the second one will be your information, right? So the reason is why the first one is data, why not the first one is information, and why the second one is information, it's not a data. So there is the things when we ask this is data, what do you mean by 25? Here the 25 is nothing but your number, is just a number. But suppose I'm giving you here, what do you mean by 25 here? It is also a number, but it's denoted the age of that particular girl. So that's why this is nothing but, whenever the data is nothing but just a raw fact. But when we talk about information, see, there is a raw facts, a multiple raw facts are there. So when we do the combination of all the raw facts together or all the data together, we call information. Data doesn't have any meaning. There is no meaning of data because it's just a raw fact, like raw material, how the raw material is work. But when with the help of raw material, when you design one pen, suppose this pen is nothing but your information. Information always has some meaning on that, some meaning on that. So this is what the data and information, exactly this is what the data is. Now move to the structure. So when the raw fact, whatever the raw fact we have, when we are putting in a structure, and that will be in a tabular format or table format, that is means with your rows and columns, that time it's called data structure, because we are giving the raw fact to the structure. So this is what a data structure, where we use the two things, that is your series and data frame. So that's why data structure is divided in a series, pandas, data frame. So Panda will provide both series as well, the frame as well. So let's move to see what do you mean by series, what do you mean by data frame. So let's understand what do you mean by the series and what do you mean by the data frame. So basically the series is a one-dimensional labeled array. So whenever we call series, it's nothing but one-dimensional labeled. It's called one-dimensional labeled array. So whenever we use this, we use some syntax on that, or we use a syntax called your pandas.series, pandas.series. So how we are using this, and we have always a parameter on the series. Whenever series, like see, whenever we are going to the one by one series, we have to use some parameters, right? So we are using a parameters of data, whatever the data you want, then move to the index values, whatever the index, then d type, which type, it's an integer, floats, then comes to the name, that will be the optional, and the copy. So if you want to the copy, you can go with that. So this is how we are doing this series part. So just take as example, suppose you want to use this particular series, how you have to use. First things, you have to import it, right? After importing, import it pandas as PD. After importing, how you have to use it, just create one list and tuple. That's we already see that. So how we have to create the list and tuple. When you create this particular list, suppose I'm creating one list, 1 2 3 4 5. After that, we are moving to use this series wise, because series are like this type of things, right? 1 2 3 4. So when you want to the series wise, so just go with the variable name and pd dot series. So this is the things how you have to go, and whatever things you need to series, just go with that, and then you can put this particular thing in a print directly, so it will be print in a series, right? So data frame will be the nothing but it will be working as a two-dimensional size mutable things. So whenever we use this, this is comes to your two-dimensional, and it is used to potentially heterogeneous tabular data structure. It will be a table format. That's why tabular data structure. That's why it's a 2D. A data frame is a two-dimensional data structure. We mostly use this one to work with the data structure because we need a rows and columns, right? Rows and columns. So in that purpose we use this, and it means all the use of your spreadsheet, SQL tables. So when you want to use that, you can use your data rows, column. That is the most main thing, because whenever we work on the data frame, here also whenever we work to use this, just use pandas dot data frame. So whenever you want to see the things in a data frame in a rows and column way, we use this keyword called data frame. With the help of that keywords, we can see that how we have to move to see that how the work will be there. So before that, we have to just import the things. That is the thing we have to import. After that, we have to create list, tuple, or dictionary. That is depend upon you what you wanted. After when you create list, tuple, everything, we just go with your the printing part, and there you can use your data frame. That is your pd dot data frame. Pd nothing but your alias name for pandas data frame, and then pass the list, whatever the list you created. So by default output will be come to you as a data frame. That is nothing but your table format with rows and columns. So this is how you have to use a series and data frame in a pandas.